Yeah, we back. Now, today's video is going to be another follow-up video to one I dropped the other day entitled, Burna Boy said FBA has no culture, prove it, O'Shea Jackson. And I'm going to tag O'Shea Jackson in the video once again. I'm going to flood his notifications to make sure he sees this video because I want a response. I'm not going to let you just sneak out the back door like nothing happened because you still got that video up right now last time I checked. And O'Shea Jackson the other day, he put up a video saying that Burna Boy said African Americans have no culture. And like I said in my previous videos, nobody can provide any evidence. Nobody can show you a video. Nobody can show you a statement. Nobody can pull up a quote. For months now, these low integrity propaganda spreading, gossiping like a bunch of little girls at the cafeteria. These dudes been spreading a bunch of lies on Burna Boy's name, right? Saying Burna Boy said African Americans have no culture. But like I told you, whenever you ask them to provide the evidence, okay, you wanna bring allegations against another black man, so provide the evidence. Where did he say it? Then you're gonna get the backtracking. Then the backtracking immediately begins, right? They're gonna say, okay, he didn't really say it like that. He didn't really directly say the exact words that we didn't have no culture. He said this, but if you read between the lines, if you kind of imply what he meant, if you decode the hidden message behind the statement, that's what I think he meant to say. You see, these dudes have no integrity. These dudes have no honor. These dudes, these so-called men, they're not really men, because if you see the way they act, it's no different than whenever you catch a woman in a lie. Whenever you catch a woman in a lie, they can never just say, you know what, you caught me, man. I'm lying. I'm just lying my ass off right now. I'm just lying, and you caught me, and I'm lying. I'm a liar. They can't just come out like a man and say, you know what, bro, I didn't have the information. I just heard a rumor for somebody and I just ran with it, bro. I didn't double check. I have no evidence. I'm just repeating bullshit that I said. I'm just a dumb black man. I'm just a dumb black man and I just have no integrity. I have no honor. I'm not a man. Instead of just coming out and saying that, they just want to continue to spread the propaganda. Now, Burna Boy has come out and addressed the statement. Burna Boy directly, like I told you, I've been asking these dudes, show me the video where Burna Boy said this. They cannot produce a video, but I'm going to produce a video of Burna Boy addressing the allegations. Run the footage. I'm going to come back with my commentary. Let's go.
For me, that's not really irrelevant. I don't really look at none of that because everyone is trying to, I feel like when people that say that have their own agendas of saying that, you know what I mean? And coming back to the point of saying I said that black people had no culture or whatever, does that even sound like, something, if you watch the video of the interview or whatever, the little whatever
clip,
which if you can show me the part where I said
that black Americans have no culture,
if you can just, that's all I need. If somebody can just show me that part,
then it'll all be put to bed.
Do you understand? But at the end of the day, it's like people who want, as I said, if I don't make something relevant, then it's not relevant as far as I'm concerned. So it's like, there's nothing I said that Malcolm X didn't say. There's nothing I said that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan didn't say. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, it's Burna Boy saying it, and he's from Africa, and you know what I mean? It's like, and it fits the agenda for your little group or whatever. You understand? It's like, all that's beneath me. Yeah.
Man, listen, Burna Boy must be getting a different type of money, man. Man, let me look up Burna Boy net worth real quick, man. Let me see. I know it's not going to be accurate because the internet is not going to have his bank account, but Burna Boy must be getting money because me personally, I can never just sit back and allow anybody to just spread lies on my name and just brush it off, man. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. But see, when you getting money like Burna Boy, when you're up in that tax bracket, man, you ain't worried about these little dudes at the bottom, man. These dudes scraping at the bottom, man, still living at their mom's house and shit like that. These FBA dudes following Tariq Nasheed, have nothing going on in life. Man, I told you, man, ain't no high-level successful black man following Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed dropped out in the 8th grade. Ain't no high-level elite educated black man following behind some dude who didn't even have a high school education, man. It's not happening, man. Ain't nobody gonna look at somebody like Tariq Nasheed as a model of leadership because he's the one who started this. He's the one who started this whole rumor, right? He's the one who started this whole rumor. He took an interview that Burna Boy was talking about and then twisted it to say, oh, Burna Boy is saying that we don't have culture. And then, these dudes, man, listen, you dudes are emotionally riled up. That type of tactic is not supposed to work on a man. A man is not supposed to hear a statement and then immediately get emotionally riled up without any evidence to support the argument, man. No offense to women, that shit only works on a woman, man. Only a woman hears some shit and then just jumps out the window with emotions and shit like that. A man, you're supposed to be stoic, you're supposed to be analytical, you're supposed to be logical, you're supposed to be the logical gender, allegedly, but you niggas act like some bitches. And I'm gonna keep calling you, you some bitches. Yeah, all y'all, yeah. Tariq Nasheed, yeah, your whole audience, some bitches. You included. Yeah, whole bitches. Yeah, because that's how y'all act. Y'all act like some hoes. Hoe ass niggas, man. Hoes. You gossip like hoes. You tell lies like hoes. And when you get caught, you have no accountability, just like a little hoe. Straight like that, bro. Straight like that. You see, Burna Boy, he in a different tax bracket. He's at a level where a majority of y'all would never reach, okay? The money coming in too fast. The women flooding his DMs. Back home, they treat him like a king. Everywhere he goes, he gets massive love. He cannot get sidetracked by little petty shit, and I understand it. And going back to what he said during the interview, Burna Boy said, nothing that he said is no different than what Malcolm X said, Louis Farrakhan said, any of our great black minds, any of our legendary black men that came throughout history, they said the same thing. They said there's a lack of knowledge of self, and that's a fact. But y'all want to get emotionally riled up because Burna Boy said that there's a lack of knowledge of self? That's a fact. That's a fact. Now y'all want to play stupid. Now y'all want to play dumb. That's a fact. So you mean to tell me after everything we went through, enslavement, colonization, there isn't a lack of knowledge of self? There isn't some mental trauma that we dealing with? Now we gonna play stupid because we want to slander Burna Boy. That's why I say y'all some hoes. Only hoes act like that. Only hoes ignore the truth just to push an agenda. Some hoes. And it's appropriate that I call y'all some hoes because your daddy Tariq Nasheed, he used to be a pimp. So it's no surprise that the same tactics he used on FBA women, yeah, the so-called FBA women back in his days when he was on the streets, when he was a pimp and he was telling FBA women to get on the track and sell their bodies to a bunch of white men and everything in between. Yeah, the same tactics that he got from the streets when he was a pimp, he's using those same tactics on you hoe ass niggas. Yeah, I'ma tell it like it is. I'ma tell it like it is, and it's very profitable. It's very profitable. It was profitable for him when he was in the streets, and it's profitable now that he's on the internet. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But like I said, intelligent black man, we can see through the games, we can see through the BS. We know what it is, bro. We know what it is. Burna Boy never said African Americans have no culture. Burna Boy never tried to bite off no culture. Wherever Burna Boy goes, he shows love to the culture. When he went to Haiti, he had the Haitian flag wrapped around his goddamn body. When he went to Miami, he was hanging with the Zoes. When he went to Jamaica, he showed love. When he went to Trinidad, he showed love. Burna Boy, man, listen, Burna Boy, like I told you, he's the only black man in the spotlight preaching a message of black unity, actually having these conversations talking about our lack of knowledge of self as a people. You got to understand, he's an international superstar. Somebody with that type of influence, every time he has a microphone, he's always spitting a positive message. And I'll never forget it, bro. I'll never forget it. Even though on the mainstream media, they talking about all this gun violence happening in Haiti, all the gang violence happening in Haiti. Man, Burna Boy went straight to Haiti on tour, man, and performed for the people, showed love to the people, man. He didn't give a fuck about none of that because that's who he is. That's who he is. And for y'all boneheaded ass dudes to try to twist his character and make Burna Boy into something that he never was, the one black man with influence in the spotlight actually having these conversations, actually preaching black unity for real. I know you don't want to talk about black unity, you FBA boneheaded ass niggas, because y'all agenda is division. Your agenda is division. So whenever a black man talks about unity, you immediately on the front line pushing back against it. But guess what? Your movement is dying, it's dead. It's a bunch of old head ass dudes. I seen the Hidden History Museum. I seen the grand opening for the Hidden History Museum. It was a bunch of gray headed ass motherfuckers up in that museum. It wasn't no young folks in that museum. Nobody was under the age of 40 in the goddamn grand opening. That shit is an old head movement. It's an old head movement. The vast majority of y'all gonna be in a nursing home in the next 20 years. You're done. Your movement is done. It's irrelevant. It's our time now. The young boys in our 20s and our 30s. You old head dudes, you FBA dudes, you're done. You're done. You're trying to resurrect an old mindset. You know what I said? I said a lot of these dudes preaching FBA, a lot of them, they grew up in the 80s and the 90s when that tribalism mentality, that black ignorant mentality was at its height. But guess what? You're trying to resurrect an old mentality, an old mindset, but it's dead. It's done. Your time in the sun is done. It's our time now. And guess what? The young boys like myself, we're not trying to hear that bullshit. We're not trying to separate ourselves. We're trying to come together as black men around the world. We're not trying to break ourselves up into little fragments and pieces. No, because we've seen that mentality from the past, from the old generation. And guess what? That mentality, we see the results. We see the fruits of that labor. And guess what? It has borne no fruit. It has borne no fruit. That bullshit tribalism mentality, that shit has provided no results. You have nothing to show for it still. And guess what? The young boys, we moving you old head FBA dudes to the side. We moving y'all to the side. Take that shit to the nursing home. Take that shit to the old folks community. The young boys, they never heard of you. The young beautiful women, they never heard of you. You're irrelevant. You're done. You're done. Yo, bro, it's our time now. It's our time now. It's my generation time now. And guess what? This is the message we standing on. We standing on a Pan-African based message, an international based message. Economically, politically, we holding our brothers down. We got each other's back. And if anybody want to come between that, then we putting the target on your back. It is what it is, man. That's what I'm standing on. That's what I'm standing on. That's why even on my channel, I've been talking about the West African politics. Bro, I'm not a continental African, but I still ride for my brothers just like I'm a continental African, even though I haven't been on the continent in like 300 years. And that's the message that is resonating with the young boys in my generation. We're not trying to hear that divisive bullshit. We coming together, man. We coming together. Just like when you look at the political situation happening in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, even though the Western powers and everybody got sanctions on them, guess what? They're coming together. They're forming a military and economic alliance because that is the mentality going into the future. And it's no surprise. Guess what? Those leaders, they young boys. I think the president of Burkina Faso, he 35 years old, right? I think the president of Mali, he like 39 years old. When you look at Tariq Nasheed, he like 60 years old. That's why I told you, that's an old head movement. That's for old head, old farts, old geezers. Niggas gonna be in a nursing home. Nigga, get out of here. Your time is ticking. You're not going to be here much longer. Shut up and move to the side. It's our time. And this is the message we are standing on because this is what resonates with the people. That's why Burna Boy got worldwide influence and you niggas is some local jokers never went out your goddamn neighborhood. Niggas never heard of you outside on the pavement in the streets. You're done. I repeat, you're done. And like I said, if anybody can provide the proof that Burna Boy said African Americans have no culture, drop it in the goddamn comment section. I want the link where Burna Boy said those African Americans have no culture. Provide me the evidence. Provide me the evidence. I've been sitting here for 2 days straight. I've been begging and pleading, making videos, tagging O'Shea. I cannot find no evidence. Nobody came with no evidence because it doesn't exist. Y'all lying like some hoe ass niggas, and when you get caught in a lie, you want to dodge accountability like some hoe ass niggas. It is what it is. A bunch of female traits, female characteristics, nothing masculine or honorable about none of y'all. It is what it is. Anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari Desaline back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash App up on the screen, and I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Get for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage. I got business, this shit is an art, and they can never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you in court. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with friends, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.